Well, folks, Apex finally did it. I'm so excited to announce some amazing things in today's video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you're most excited for in the future of this game. Yes, there's still a lot to be skeptical about, but I am going to enjoy this massive victory today. If you guys did not see this already, Apex Legends has announced that they are bringing this collection event called the Spellbound collection event on January the 10th. We know the obvious, Seer is getting his heirloom, but it doesn't look like the hardcore mode is coming, but control mode is returning. We'll talk about more about that in just a second, but there's one big final exciting announcement that I was not expecting to get, and I'm so happy about all of this. And we even have some developer comments that kind of indicate the future of where this game is going. So if you guys have not seen the collection event already, I'll play it for you in the background if you'd like to check it out. The skins don't look too bad. I'm pretty excited about control mode coming back. I wish there was another battle royale limited time mode in this, but I guess I can get away with control. The seer heirloom looks pretty good, not gonna lie, but there's one really big announcement. Are you ready? Put your hands together. Breaking news from Alpha Intel. Private matches are going to be available for all players in Apex Legends coming January the 10th. Private matches are now available for all players. Get ready to generate your own tournament codes and host custom private matches. Finally, after 2 years of Respawn saying that this feature was coming, you are now going to be able to start a private match with all of your friends, and it's not going to be gate kept or limited to people with codes and content creators. You can now do anything. That includes, I guess, what would be arenas. Now, this is the next topic. You guys know that word on the street, arenas is going to be getting removed in season 16. Control mode looks to be coming permanently full time, and it looks like they may be soft implementing that into the game as they're adding it back in this collection event. Now, with the private match codes right now, you can actually start your own arenas match as well, which indicates that you might honestly be able to start your own control matches as well. So if you're like, I don't have 60 friends to play battle royale private matches with, well, you should be able to play control mode. Now, I told you guys that I had some more comments from developers that kind of indicate where the direction of this game looks to be heading. So yesterday, Respawn made this announcement. You guys have been asking me in the comments like crazy, what's the latest with the matchmaking? Did they actually change the matchmaking? What is going on? And I saw this post from Respawn saying, over the holidays, we conducted some Apex matchmaking tests in one region to create a more balanced match. We are seeing promising results as players are able to make more kills, pink line in the graph, and we're continue to monitor the blog with more insights to come. So yes, during the holidays, like they promised, they did make an update to the matchmaking, but only for a test region, so not everyone saw it. I made the comment here. Sammy makes a jump into the top 3 of Apex devs, obviously because the skill-based matchmaking has been a hot topic for quite some time. He also responded saying, I hope Josh Medina is not in the top 3, just poking fun. And so I made a joke back as well, saying you've been trucking along back in the top 3 ever since I found out you like the Clippers over the Lakers. And he responded, trust me, I'm going to be in the lead once we push out this next season, but I'm already turning down the honor. So we know, for me personally, if you guys know anything about me, I love private matches, and I've been waiting for this feature forever. I'm honestly content with this. I thought this was coming next season, so I'm pretty happy about this now. However, the way he's talking about pushing out the next season makes me think that there's something even bigger around the corner. Now, I started to think, what could this possibly be? I know the obvious that we always want to jump to really big features that are going to change the game, that probably make people so much happier. But considering that he got a lot of hate for the 2022 post regarding the cross progression and the next gen console update stuff, this makes me think, considering he's talking about jumping back up to the lead, I feel like this is actually probably going to be a clapback with the cross progression and maybe even the 120 FPS on console. That's just kind of what it indicates towards me. Because I think Josh knows the thing that's always hung over his head is the fact that, that he made that post and he promised this stuff was coming, or at least it looked like he was promising that this stuff was coming. It never came. He got a lot of, flack for it. And now this kind of seems like he's redeeming himself. So when you think about redeeming yourself, these are the 2 features that come to mind: cross progression and 120 FPS, in my opinion. Is that really going to happen though? Because the insider leaks did not indicate that whatsoever. It could just be the fact that control mode is coming permanently, and a lot of people were asking for that. Is that what Josh is referring to? I don't know. I just began to reply here, oh Josh, please God, do not butter me up, because we know what it is like to be disappointed in Apex Legends. So finally, I can be openly excited about the next update in Apex without having to deal with comments of like, oh, they're gonna disappoint. Sure, it might happen in season 16, but we've already had the confirmation that the biggest feature I've been looking for personally, private matches, is coming in this next update. We're literally 6 days away from it, and I'm so excited about that. There is another feature that could possibly be getting a change that I want to make mention of in this next season, and obviously it would take a next season for this to finally happen, and that is the rank system. I saw this post yesterday from Dropped. The rank system is perfect. Nothing to complain about here. This man got first place with 2 kills and 1 assist and lost points in Apex Predator. That definitely should not be happening. I can't believe that that's the way the rank system system works currently. We all know that this rank system is boring. No one is really having a good time. It's definitely not a good, accurate depiction of what ALGS is like or what it's like to be competitive in a competitive environment. And this is just not it. It definitely needs an overhaul. It definitely needs a change. Josh also knows that a good high profile of pro players really hate the rank system. And obviously that's one of the biggest mistakes right now with Apex. That's one of the biggest things that they're clowned on is for the rank system. So is this what Josh is referring to, that whenever this rank system change happens, that maybe he'll be pushed back up at the top? I don't know. I don't really know what he's talking about, but regardless, this is definitely something to look into. Apex is already confirmed by Respawn's Hideouts, the banhammer for the game, saying that they are doing something with the anti-cheat this year. We've been discussing over this the last couple of days that they might even be adding the EA anti-cheat to the game, which is a lot more customization there, because they have openly stated how bad it is to have a third-party system where you can't really, you know, force certain situations to happen. You can't really force certain things and have full control of the system. So we understand that they've already acknowledged too the bad situation of cheaters in Apex. So I would assume this is the direction they're definitely going to go. JMeyels also made this tweet yesterday, kind of indicating that we are in desperate need of all of this, saying DDoSing is a serious problem, aimbotting, serious problem. Half of the ranked lobby is wall hacking. The cheats are free with some discords that you go into. And here we are, finger screwing each other for RP and content. It's so sad, man. Olympus split needs to be better. I don't personally think that the Olympus split is going to be that big of a change with the rank system, but I think maybe season 16 will get a change to the rank system. And that's not based on leaks or info. That's just based on the way that the behavioral patterns seem to work for Respawn and the way that they like to release updates. And also with all of these other patch notes, we even have more regarding some of the weapons and the crafting rotation. G7's going into the crafter, Car SMG into the crafter. Not really surprised. Those guns are both really, really good. Spitfire returns back to the floor. Definitely did not want to see that. PK returns to the floor. I think that's a good thing. The Anvil receiver hop up has a change. Limb damage multiplier now reduced to 0.75. It used to be 0.9. Flatline damage reduced from 39 was 43. R301 damage reduced to 32 was 35. G7 Scout damage reduced from 34 now down to 32. Prowler damage increased to 15 was 14 in the past. And then the Sentinel now requires 1 shield cell to energize. It used to be 2. There's also been a couple game mode updates, and honestly I think this is going to help a lot of you solo queuers when you have teammates that just leave or teammates that disconnect really early. Join in progress has now been extended further into the match, so matchmaking will try to empty player slots until one team has a score of 625 or there's a score difference of 300 between the teams. Players that join a match in progress get some helpful boosts for their first spawn. You get to skip the first spawn wave, spawn with purple armor and a helmet, get a full ratings tier. Obviously this is talking about control mode here. Then there's also a lot of bug fixes that you can see on screen right now. I feel like Apex over the last couple of months has been steadily going down in popularity and people have been aggravated. And then when you look at it, I just spoke for 2 minutes and I wasn't recording. What I said was I have felt like this game has steadily been decreasing in popularity over the last couple of months. We have really needed the tides to turn, and finally 2023 seems to be promising in that direction. I'm tired of believing the lies. I'm tired of being disappointed. I'm tired of always hoping that things will get better, but at the end of the day, it's hard to believe in EA. I mean, even this post yesterday from Cudnoid, when you're bored with Apex but still love the game, these guys have made the Apex map in Fortnite because they want a better game that's more stable, that's more smooth, that has more features, but they love what Apex is, and they love World's Edge, and they love the way that the game works, and they love the core mechanics of the game. We've never openly hated on Apex because we hate the game. We want it to succeed so badly that we're willing to get on social media and trash the developers or trash EA, trash the publisher, trash whatever they're doing, because we want to see success. We want to see improvement. Even I said this yesterday, you know, I'm so glad that the SBMM is finally getting fixed. I'm glad that they're working on things, but why for years was it always just kind of like, no, we're the devs, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about, just sit there, it's nothing wrong, gaming has just changed, there's nothing that needs to be updated. Finally, some devs were admitting that it needed to be updated and everything, but it's just like, dude, why was it that way for so long? Every time someone made a viral SBMM post, it was always like, no, this is wrong, this is wrong. Now that they're doing tests and they're finally updating it, they're like, oh, this is looking promising, this is looking good. Like, yes, we know, we are trying to tell you this for years. I guess at least some devs were, you know, humble enough to say it needs to be adjusting, but I understand that not everything was clear cut. The players were not necessarily 100% right either, but regardless, let's calm down, take a break. It looks like Apex finally is being revived slightly. Let's hope, fingers crossed, it stays this way. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. As always, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see you later, Gators. By the way, big shout out to Phoenix and Fade Boss for winning in my stream yesterday. I told him I'd give him a shout out.